so this is a switch up. I think it's been 2 days since I last recorded, I think. But we are now in Kenora. Kenora is about 2 and a bit hours away from Winnipeg, which is where I was. And we're out here with my uncle, Brian, and my nana today. We came to drop off a gift for a friend. And, well, we're now here. I also got invited to stay at a cabin potentially, which I might do. Anyways, we're here. We're going to enjoy Kenora for the day. And yeah, we don't have any plans. We're just going to go out for lunch, sightsee a little bit. It has been a while since I've been here, but it is really nice. Really, really nice. I may or may not have forgotten to record lunch again. But we are at the Kenora Discovery Center. Not sure what it has, but there's a big chair. We're going to take a picture really quickly, so follow my Instagram. You're going to see it probably. Okay, anyone watches the sailing stuff from Sailing Star? Here's some old engines. Motors, yeah, boat motors. Like, all manual. Everything. Keith, you would love this. Look at this. I'm actually in my old math class right now, and Mr. Borsa, who we just had a conversation with, he didn't really want to be on camera, so it's all good. But he let me film in his class right now because there's not really many kids in the school, and I can't really record when the kids are because I have to have them sign waivers, and it's just too much of a hassle. But it feels so weird. I used to sit right in this chair, look up at the smart board and stuff, but it's been a blast kind of catching up. I might go record or meet a couple other teachers while I'm here, but it has been a weird blast down memory lane, and I don't really know how to explain it, but it's cool to be back. These used to be the pits where we'd come at lunchtime. It was my old nursery school. We went to nursery school inside of the high school, and 42, yeah, that used to be my old locker right there. Okay, we're back outside. This is sunny as can be. I need to go pick up my nana now. I think we're going to go for lunch. But yeah, it feels weird being back here. And I know I didn't record lots inside of the school, and I didn't record meeting up with my old best friend today. I just don't want to shove cameras in people's faces that might not want it or might not be used to it. So yeah, it's not for everyone. I do it. I look weird talking to myself, talking to a small little camera, but it's cool. And the old nursery school on the outside. So we are at the Catula's house. Our families used to be really close, and well, now I'm here with them right now. Only Kate is here, their eldest daughter, and they're not home, so I can't really show you them yet, but I'm going to spend the night here with them, and then me and Waldy are going to go up to Kenora. I know I promised you guys Kenora. Well, not really promised, but I had shown it in my last video. And we didn't really record anything last time. So this time I'm going to properly show Kenora, or at least what we're doing up there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But look at this property. This is real nice. They got their horses back there. They got a bunch of chickens over there. And they got the workshop. So it's really nice. And I kind of enjoy being out in the country again. I say country, I know to some people this isn't country, this is still like neighborhoods, considering that person's house is right there and their neighbors are right there, but it's more country than being in the city, and I enjoy it. It's now a little later. I'm in the car with Wally. We're actually in Selkirk Park. It's been a while since I've been here. That was the skate park that my brother and dad used to go to. I'm not a big skater. I didn't do well. I was more of a scooter guy. But the horse barrel racing is out here, and I didn't even know it was out here. So we're going to go out here in the, I think, north end of the park it's at, and we're going to watch the girls, Katie and Annie, do some barrel racing. And I have zero clue on barrel racing other than the horses go around barrels fast. So this is going to be a cool little experience for me because I've never been to something like this, and I'm going to bring you guys along for it. So here's one of the horses. They brought 3 of them, looking nice and pretty. And I think the other one is on the other side. Yeah. There she is. Looking real nice. This was kind of an experience for me because as much as I like the countryside of things, I'm very much a city boy. Like, I've always been that way. So I was walking around in a hoodie and cargo pants, and everyone else here was like jeans, cowboy boots, like the whole look.
And so it was quite fun to watch, though. I learned quite a bit about that these horses typically do this if they're in their prime and they're in the top category. They're doing it in less than 20 seconds around these 3 barrels, which is ridiculously fast. I don't even think I could get a car around there that fast in that tight of a circle. So it was cool to watch. And this was Annie doing her run. She ended up doing a 26-second run, which was exactly her goal. So she was happy because I don't think she's been out in a little bit. Look at this, boy.
But he's not.
So I'm learning as we go, but apparently all they do is 1 run and then it's pack it up and go home. They used to do 2 runs, so that's crazy to me. I thought it was going to be 2-3 runs per person, but Kate has brought 2 horses. Well, one is on the other side. She's going to ride this one right away. So that's kind of wild to me, but it is what it is, and that's what they do every week. It's every week of the summer?
Yeah, pretty much. And there's other series like starting up in July, like in Carmen, and
Then there's like
there's in Grunthal.
yeah, we were in Lundar this past weekend,
Yeah, but that's
and
not a horse show.
it's like a horse show, but you're still
Yeah.
like racing. And then there was one in Stonewall, like horse show as well.
Yeah.
So and that was held on the weekend, right? So
Yeah.
so you're doing Wednesday night and then
Weekend as well. Yeah.
right? So
That's a lot.
And then Kate's first run got disqualified because the horse in her knocked over the barrel. And then on her second run, she ended up doing a 20-second flat almost. So that was quite quick for her.
So I've just been told, as I'm already in the truck, no going back at this point, that the adventures with Fred, why we're going up to Kenora, Fred is Wally's father-in-law. The adventures with Fred are always like a little life-threatening, like on that borderline edge, so it's going to be a fun experience. We've got a trailer loaded to the nines, and then another trailer loaded to the nines of lumber, and I think tiller as well, and just like all sorts of stuff, plywood. So it's gonna be a 3.5 hour drive, and we're gonna have some fun and hopefully be living by the end of it all. We have arrived. We're at the lake. The lake is that way. I know you can't see it, but it's over there. The load is still there. I think my kidneys are probably about 20 kilometers that way because the road was, oh my god, it was shaking every bit of this truck. Well, you're probably going to have to replace every plastic and nut and bolt in this thing ever. It wasn't me. Yeah. It was. This is the view. How do you go wrong with that view? But we're going to be on that little boat. Nothing like Zatara. Zatara is kind of hard to beat, especially after being in the Bahamas when the water's super clear. But I don't know, something about this just makes it feel more at home. I don't know, a little more home-like than the Bahamas. But oof, look at that view. We are here.
we are here.
We are here.
Alive.
Thank God I was on Zatara. I know how to tie that now.
Hey, that looks professional.
Here we go. That's the view, and holy crap, is that looking good.
As I sat on the dock, just watching the lake, it was definitely the type of quiet that made you think. My mind kind of wandered back to everything that had happened in the past month and a half with the trip, everyone with the trip, the crew, the ocean, and Zatara. It all felt so distant, but also so fresh in my mind. And with thinking about that, it made me think on just how much I still want to travel and experience different things. But at the same time, it gave me a sense of clarity out there that sometime, maybe even soon, I'm gonna want something slower and something more steady, and maybe somewhere to place my own roots. But not now.
So we started loading the barge. Started f***ing raining. The barge is half loaded with one trailer, but it's pouring. So we're recording on my phone because I didn't bring my camera. Yeah, this is ridiculous. We're all soaked. Hoodies, everything. Real fun. Okay, so again, it's been no time for you guys since the last clip I think was me out at the dock, I think. But I think it's like 5 o'clock now. Hold up, my phone's here. It's currently only 4 o'clock. We've done 2 loads, so I'm going to show you what those 2 loads were like, because I came out here not just to relax, I came out here to kind of help some friends out. So, all of that wood was brought in today on a barge. That's the second time. Over there on the skid steer, what's starting right now is there's about 60 to 80 steel sheets and then a bunch of plywood. I actually don't know where the rest of the plywood made it. Oh no, it went to the back on the skid steer. And then over here, there's more and more. So I'm actually gonna wrap up the video here because today's Friday. I gotta have this video out tomorrow. That means I'm gonna be up all night editing. But I wanted to show you guys a little bit of different scenery rather than Winnipeg, because Winnipeg gets boring. That's the sad truth to it. It's not a big city. There's not a lot of crazy things going on. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a longer video. I know I put up a poll the other day asking you guys if you want longer videos or shorter videos, but I hope you guys like this, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that like button, and I will see you guys next Saturday. Peace out.